Now, China is set to begin its most important annual political event. The country's leaders are expected to lay down the roadmap for the rest of the year as they navigate a multitude of challenges.
Well, the back-to-back parliamentary meetings known as two sessions open today with the top advisory body holding consultations on economic issues. The Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference will tackle core concerns including market confidence and youth unemployment.
Well, the legislature convenes tomorrow amid expectations of more stimulus plans to stabilize growth. Premier Li Qiang will raise the curtain on the gathering with his first work report to the National People's Congress.
And for more on what we can expect from the two sessions, Olivia Siong joins us from Beijing. Hi, Olivia. So the country's leadership has really a lot on its plate this year. There's obviously, the economic recovery, which is sputtering. There's rising global tensions as well. What's going to top the meetings, though?
Arnold, these are the most important political meetings annually. It gives us a sense of the government's policy agenda for not just the year ahead, but possibly even for the longer term. And as you mentioned, this year, especially significant given the attention that's being paid to China's post-pandemic recovery, which hasn't gone as well as expected, and all the economic challenges that the country is facing. And we are expecting that to dominate discussions as proceedings get underway from today. The meetings are expected to last for just over a week, and we have seen thousands of delegates from all across the country arriving here in the Chinese capital for these all-important sessions, and security in the city has been stepped up, and there's a visible increase in police presence here. But it's more or less, compared to the previous pandemic years, back to business as usual, even though the media like us have had to still undergo a PCR test before being allowed to cover events this year. But no more quarantine bubble, and we are expecting many people on site. We have seen journalists and officials go maskless, and we are expecting more access and fewer restrictions to cover this all-important event. Now, later this afternoon, we are expecting China's top political advisory body to open its session. Its chairperson, Wang Huning, who is the Communist Party's fourth-ranking official, expected to deliver an address there. It will be the first time that he is doing so following after he had taken up the post last year following a 5-yearly government reshuffle. We will be looking out for any signals and statements on key issues that come under his purview, including China's religious affairs over Xinjiang, but particularly over the self-ruled island of Taiwan. Will there be any signals of policy adjustment or tweaks following the election that we saw earlier this year, where we saw independence-leaning William Lai from the Democratic Progressive Party win the presidential election? Also, at noon, we are expecting to hear from the spokesperson of China's top legislature ahead of the opening tomorrow.
Yeah, that presser, Olivia, will likely set the tone for tomorrow's National People's Congress. What can we expect to hear from there?
Well, this news conference, even though it's highly choreographed, usually covers a range of issues, and the spokesperson will take questions from local and foreign media, usually covering everything from the economy to geopolitics, and possibly even in the past we have seen him touch on the defense budget for China for the year ahead as well, and that all remains to be seen. But what has been clear is that this year China's economy is going to be in key focus. We saw that already yesterday when the political advisory body spokesperson held his news conference ahead of today's opening, talking up the economy's prospects and even touching on issues like unemployment in the country. And so we are expecting to hear more on the economy today, given China's economic performance, even though it was able to reach its GDP growth target last year, which was set at around 5%. China's GDP last year coming in at 5.2%, which was better than expected. Remember, that was off a low base of a pandemic year the year before. This year, the question is, what growth target will be set by China's premier when he delivers his government work report tomorrow, and what sort of stimulus measures will be rolled out or could be announced as investors and business confidence is also at a low. Back to you.
And all going to be very closely watched by everyone, including you. Olivia, thank you very much for the update. Olivia Siong live there from Beijing.